Vian twirled her pen between her fingers, eyes fixed on the clock ticking slowly above the board. Her mind drifted, lost in the lull of the classroom, while a sudden soft breeze whispered through the windows, making the classroom creak eerily open, the sound through the silence like a subtle. She blinked, snapping out of her daze along with the rest of the class, who turned toward the front. That's when he walked in. The professor stepped in first, his usual expression in place, but it wasn't him who made the classroom, it was the boy beside him. A hush fell over the student for a split second, followed by the chorus of gasp and excited girls, their hands over their eyes sparkling in awe as they shared as they stared at the ethereal presence before them. His hair gently, face sculpted like art, and eyes unreadable like deep ink. Kim Taehyung, with just one glance, he made every heart skip a beat. Professor, introduce. The professor ordered, keeping his voice to silence the sudden choice. Taehyung stepped forward, gaze calm and distant. I'm Taehyung, nice to meet you. His voice was slow, velvety yet oddly detached. The professor waited a bit, expecting, but Taehyung said nothing else. All right, go and sit, he said flatly. Without a word, Taehyung made his way to the last empty bench. Several girls sighed in wistfully as the spot next to them remained unclaimed. Clearing his throat, the professor continued. As I told you yesterday, I'll be pairing you up for your project. This time I want the actual effort. No slacking. The classroom immediately sat upright, the earlier excitement replaced with the pace and Jimin with Rose Jin and Suga Lamjun and Jungkook a pause, Wyatt and Taehyung. Wyatt's eyes widened slightly as she instinctively turned to look at him. Taehyung, who hadn't moved a muscle, still staring ahead, completely unaware of who Wyatt even was. Miss Wyatt, the professor snapped. Yes, sir. You'll sit beside Taehyung now. You two are partners. Nodding quickly, she gathered her belongings and moved beside her. As she sat, Taehyung paid her a glance, a quick side eye, and nothing more. The class resumed, the professor diving into explanations while students scribbled half-hearted notes. Taehyung, however, kept stealing glances at her, scarcely a bit too long, bit too often, but every time she felt meet his eyes. She could feel the weight of his stare, but didn't know why her heart, every time it pressed against her. Eventually, the class has ended. The professor said, packing up. Student filed out eagerly, but Wyatt stayed back, tapping her fingers against her desk. She turned toward Taehyung, determined to break the ice. Hey, I'm Wyatt, she said with a soft smile. He gave her a slight nod, no words but acknowledgement. Since we are partners, do you want me to show you around the university? This time, he met her gaze. His eyes held curiosity, but enough to make her, and he nodded. As they walked together, she's taking him to the cafeteria, pointing out buildings and departments along the way. That's when someone called out her name. Wyatt. She turned to see her brother Mingyu walking towards them. Oh, hey, Oppa, she started, but Mingyu's eyes shifted to Taehyung, a flicker of recognition in them. You're Taehyung, right? Kim Sen Ho's son? Kim Sen Ho's son? Yeah, how do you know? Mingyu let out a soft laugh. Ever heard of Mr. Lee? Of course, my dad mentioned he lives here in Seoul, said we'd be meeting soon, and they both are good friends. We just did. I'm his son Mingyu, and this is my little sister Wine. Taehyung brows lifted in realization as he looked at Wine again, drifted from confusion to confirmation this time with a new light in his eyes. Take care of him, okay? Mingyu said before someone called him away. Help him out if he needs anything. Wyan nodded. Under Taehyung gaze, he was still staring. Let's eat something, she asked, her voice a touch. Taehyung nodded again, this time smiled soft but genuine. They got snacks. Though he offered to pay, she had already swiped her card, flashing him a gentle smile that made something stir in his They sat with her friends, and of course, Sana wasted no time hiding him. She cooed, then turned to Ryan. He looks comfortable beside you. I see. Ryan cheeks tinted pink as she tucked her head using her hair as a shield. It's not like that. Sure? They hits her quietly, but in his spite, there's something about her. Maybe it's because Dad spoke of her so much, but she feels familiar, safe. She seems like such a nice girl. Taehyung he blinked, snapping out of his thoughts. Huh? I've been calling you. Where were you? Just thinking about project ideas. He mumbled. Don't worry, we have got a week. We'll find the best one, she reassured. Right then, everyone's phone buzzed with a notification. Oh, we can go home. It's an unexpected holiday. I exclaimed. Taehyung nodded, and she quickly added, Give me your number. I'll add you to the university groups. He handed her his phone and she typed in her contact as Paul's might played off his sleep. And after that everyone left to their homes. After a long day, Vine stepped into her home, instantly welcomed by the soft, comforting aroma of her favorite dishes waiting through the air. Her stomach grumbled in response, pulling her toward the kitchen like a magnet. As she neared, the warm sound of her parents' laughter floated into the hallway, and every time melody she cherished more than anything. Mom, Dad, I'm home, she called out gently. Both turned at once, eyes lighting up at the sight of her. Welcome back, sweetheart. Her mom beamed, while I scanned the counter filled with dishes still simmering and steaming. Wait, what's going on? Her dad chuckled. Didn't I tell you about Mr. King, my childhood friend? He moved to Seoul this time. It's permanent. His son got admission here. Wild blinked surprised, really. Actually, Oppa, his son joined our class, and guess what? We've been paid up for a project. Father raised his eyebrows, slow smile stretching across his files. Now that's a coincidence. And that's a wonderful news too. Just then the doorbell rang. There he heard Dad excited, wiping his hands. He pulled Mr. Kim into a tight, heartfelt hug. It's really been a while, he said warmly, his voice soft with emotion. I'm so happy to see you again. Mr. Kim returned the embrace. Eyes glittered with the same nostalgia. Yes, it has. Why lingered near the doorway, watching slightly as her gaze drifted towards Taehyung, standing behind his father with his mother beside him. His presence felt familiar, like a slowly unfolding chapter she couldn't wait to read. You must be white, Taehyung mom said, her voice kind and graceful. You bowed slightly, smiling. Yes, auntie, I'm so happy to finally meet you. Oh, you're even more beautiful in person, she said sweetly, cupping white cheeks and giving them a gentle pinch. While laughed shyly as Taehyung pulled her beside her on the couch, already claiming her as one of her own. Meanwhile, her mom had done the same with Taehyung, sitting him close, filling his plate with food, and fussing over him like a second son. Taehyung usually reserved for himself, smiling more easily. Tahir felt so happy hearing everyone affected talks and experiencing Wild affection towards him like his own son is somewhat made his heart and happy. And that's when his wishes shifted towards Wild and his mom, who seems cold, but beside Wild, his mom behaving too different. So where are you staying now? Wyatt's father asked, pouring juice for the guest. Well, we're at a hotel temporarily. Still looking for a house. Wyatt's father frowned. You should have told me sooner. The house right in front of us is up for rent. You can move it. I'll have got everything ready. Really? Mr. Kim looked both surprised and touched. We haven't even shifted our things yet. That shifted today. Wyatt dad said, I'll help. We can finish all it before evening. He'll call the movers now. Mr. Kim nodded gratefully. Wine Dad turned to the teens, a playful glint in his eyes. You two don't have exams tomorrow, right? Wine and Tahin shook their head in unison. Then, what do you say about a picnic tomorrow? That's a brilliant idea. Let's go. Laughter filled the room like a sunlight pouring through the windows, warm, whole, and full of old memories, reigniting in new hearts. Ryan and Taehyung exchanged a glance across the room. Maybe, just maybe, this was all in just a coincidence. Later that afternoon, the shifting began. Boxes piled up, footsteps echoed through the hall, and chatter rang across every room. Mr. Kim mysteriously handed the heaviest stuff while Mingyu, mom's arranged everything from the cutlery to cushions. Taehyung knew room it was just him and wine. She passed him items from boxes, carefully arranged them. Everything was calm until he paused, fingers brushing over a silver check. Some bubbles flashed to his white. I don't even need this one. Wanna know why? Because I got costly one. Not such a thing. And you know what? You're a thing like this. Poor Taehyung. She called at the time, and that's when he responded. Her, where have you gone? I'm calling you. I was just, is this child yours? Really, do you like it? Who wouldn't like it? She let out a soft smile, which made Taehyung heart. You liked it? Why are you even asking? It's just so cute. Yeah, Wyatt. And Taehyung, are you guys completely shifting? Wyatt moved from ground floor making both faster their work. Since you like it, I can give you. Really, but by looking at this child, I can say that you must have taken good care of it. You may even liked it. It's a life, the child means nothing. But I don't want to feel like having it anymore, and you're already became my friend, so I'm thinking to give you anyways. Said, and why didn't understand anything? So with a half nod, she took the child and wore it in front of him, making him smile a bit, looking at her. They finished organizing his rooms and joined the others just as everyone gathered around for tea and snacks. Felt like a hometown, a home filled with stories waiting to happen. Next morning, sunlight the skies as everyone gathered near the cars, excited bustling in the air. Wyatt climbed into the back seat beside Tahir while Biggie took the wheel. Parents followed in the car ahead, already chatting about the ceiling spots. So Biggie asked, adjusting the mirror with a sly grin, "What are your plans for your future?" In the entertainment industry, both Wyatt and Tahir said together, "Oh, advertisement direction." Wyatt added quickly, "Starting a business," Taehyung said, "and she'll work with me." Mingyu, look at you two, already so close. Both of them turned away with Mingyu suddenly a truck zoomed past at full speed. Mingyu to swerve right with a sharp. While lost, turned towards Deva, he followed and there into each other. Time stopped, her eyes widened, not daring to move a little, while Taehyung, when he looked at his heart beat faster. Hilos at eyes of making, but suddenly making him pulled back and looked opposite, feeling. And when Taehyung moved his on her, she thought to, and she don't know why she's thinking like that, but before she could even do, he pulled up, making her a little. Taehyung, I should feel this way. Not again. Not anymore. Love only. Subscribe if you want part 2.